Hi, this is Cindy Presgraves with Cindy's Realty Group by EXP, and I'm going to break this video in 3 parts. So, what you should do before interest rates rise. Why? There's a lot of things you can do. Did you know? All right, so I'm going to give you a few examples. In today's real estate market, mortgage interest rates are near record lows. I know I've been talking about that for so many videos behind, right? But they're starting to rise up. What have you done? Have you thought about it? Have you even looked at your interest rate? What is your interest rate? These are things that come to mind like, what am I paying for my mortgage? Right now, I had a client that he was paying $2,500 a month and it went down to, I think it was like $1,800 a month. So it all depends. What are you doing? Are you getting that knowledge? All right. So there's a good chance that if you haven't refinanced lately, there's a good chance you have a mortgage with an interest rate higher than today's average, which is going to actually put more money in your pocket. So what are the things that you can actually consider? So I'm going to go ahead and have you follow up with that. But okay, I'm just going to continue. Anyways, it's going to be one video. Oh, okay. So here are some options you should consider to take advantage of today's current lows interest before they rise. Be like, no, they're going to last forever. Not really, because they're starting to rise. Yes, it's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But all right. So option number 1 is sell and move or downsize. Are you living in a bigger house and you're like tired of cleaning? Right now is the opportunity to do it. Downsize. If you're looking like, oh gosh, you know what else am I going to do? Do I really need the space or do I need a bigger property? All right, it's time to move. All right, so many of today's homeowners are rethinking what they need in a home and redefining what their dream home is. For instance, especially during the pandemic, we were very cluttered because everybody was like together, like, no, you need your space, his and hers and all that. All right. So for some, continued remote work is bringing about the need for additional space. So people are having his and her office, his man cave, her man cave, or in this case, her closet space and all that. So there's many things to consider about this. It's really, really important to write a list of things that you would love to have in your dream home. Some of them, for others, they need additional space. Others are moving closer to a cost of living area or downsizing may be great options for them. So people are moving more to a rural area because it's the expenses, the cost of living is less, which is amazing. But some of them are also considering moving closer to downtown, closer to the city. So it's all going to depend on your job, what your needs are, and what you really want. If you're considering either of these, then there might be a better time to move. And here's why. So in this case, yes, there might not be a better time to move like it's now. Like you need to move now. But what are your options like right now? I have a neighbor that he actually is like, hey, I want to sell my house. I'm like, okay, so what are you actually looking at? And in this case, I told him, so if you sell your house, are you going to move with your parents? He's like, no, but that's a great idea. So, but he can't afford a bigger house and he can't afford, he's better off staying in his house right now. So for him, his house is perfect. He has a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and that's amazing. But all right, so then there's like the mortgage by decades. And I've talked about this so many times. Mortgage rates by decade, that means like in 1970s, when I was not born, 1970s, interest rates were at 8.86%. In 1980s, interest rates were at 12.70%. 1990s, 8.12. So I was actually, short story, I was actually in Dallas this past weekend and I was looking at interest rates. I was looking at a property my dad had bought when I was little. And I looked at the interest rates and it was like, I think it was like an 8 or 9%. I'm like, that's insane. Can you imagine? And the same price was not, back then was not the same as today. So prices have changed dramatically. Now in 2000s, interest rates became lower. So that means 6.29%. And in 2010, they even became more lower. That means in 4.09%. That's an average. When I bought my first house in 2008, this was at a 5.35%, and I thought it was a great rate. Yeah, back then. So time change. So today's rates are below 3%, and that is true. I'm not a mortgage lender, but I can definitely connect you with a lender, and they can tell you, hey, you know what the rates is, what you qualify for, what you don't, should you refinance or not, what are your best options are. So, but experts forecast rates to rise over the next few years. So that means, yes, in the next few years, the interest rates are going to continue rising. I don't have a little crystal ball, so I can't tell you what it is going to be, but just see the average rates if you look at between 1970 and 1980 and 1990, you compare, there is like fluctuation. So 8.86% in 1970, it went up in the 1980s to 12.70, and then it went down in the 90s. So you see there's a fluctuation. So that's why they're saying that interest rates are going to continue rising in the next few years. If the interest rate on your current mortgage is higher than today's average, take advantage of the opportunity of making a move and securing a lower rate. Like I said, I can connect you with a lender. And lower rates mean you may be able to get more house for your money and still have a lower payment mortgage than you might expect. So waiting, however, might mean you might miss out on the historic opportunity. And yes, they have a chart. I'm not going to show it to you guys. But in this case, yes. And this is what I explain to my clients and everybody that I talk to, honestly. So in this case, if you have a higher interest rate, you're going to get less house. If you have a lower interest rate, you're going to get more house. So think about those things. That's really, really important. I'll give you an example. At a 4% for a $300,000 house, your mortgage payments will be at $1,432 an average. For a $300,000 house at a 2.75%, it is $1,225%. That means it is saving you a lot of money. Not a lot, but it's $200. So yes, it is a lot of money. And that can make a huge difference on different things. So I'm going to break it all down to you. So by using the chart below, I'm not going to show you the chart, but you know, when mortgage rates rise, so does the payment rise on a monthly basis. So you can actually, so does the monthly payment, oh my gosh, okay. I know I'm just recording now. I'm just going to go with the flow. So when mortgage rates rise, so does the monthly payment that you can secure. So keep in mind that these payments, I'm not a mortgage lender. They're basically, that's it. If you're paying $1,444 a month, that's your payment. Even the smallest increase in rates can make a difference in your monthly mortgage payment. So as interest rates rise, you'll need to look at a lower price home to try to keep the same monthly target payment, meaning you may end up with less home for your money. So I have this client that I've been actually working for over a year. Not my fault. Let's put it this way. All right, this case. I have this client 3 years. No, not 3 years, 1 year. It's actually been over a year now. We've gone under contract 3 times. And my subdivision back in last year in June, I told her, hey, you know what? We can actually go under contract for $256,000. You get some closing costs and all that, new construction. She didn't want to wait till October. Okay. We got under contract 3 times. Now, because the interest rates have gone a little bit over, she can't afford a house. Not in that price range. So it's going to be really, really hard for her to buy more house with a lower interest rate. So now she has higher interest rate, less house. So that makes a big difference there. Okay, so as interest rates rise, then, okay, so no matter what, and this whole case is, you know what, just ask questions, please. Feel free to contact me, comment below, share this. Let me know what are your thoughts about all this is, and if you guys have any questions. So no matter what, whether you're looking to move up or downsize to a home that better suits your needs, now is the time. So even a small change in interest rates can have a big impact on your purchasing price. Keep in mind, the higher the interest, the less the house. The lower the interest, the more house you get for your money. So You can have a big house and not even know it, or, there's different alternatives. Or even refinancing too. I'm not a mortgage lender, but I can definitely connect you with some lenders that are pretty awesome. So if you're making a move right now, still doesn't feel right for you, if this doesn't still feel right for you, then you know what, just consider refinancing. You don't have to sell. Like I have another neighbor that I've been talking to for almost 2 years now, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, okay, so in this case I understand, but you know what, he has the alternatives. He's like, hey, you know what if you want to go ahead and refinance, go ahead and refinance. You don't have to refinance, but you can go ahead and do a cash out. There's so many alternatives if you want to become an investor or even having a secondary home. The sky is the limit. It's just knowing your products and knowing what alternatives and what options you have for yourself. So, hey, if you're not considering moving, you don't have to move. Just refinance. But make sure that interest rate is going to save you money too. So keep that in mind. With the current low mortgage rates, refinancing is a great option if you're looking to lower monthly payments and stay in your current home. So that is an amazing opportunity to save a little bit of money and put that in your pocket. So take advantage of today's low rates before they begin to rise. So whether you're thinking about moving up or downsizing or refinancing, let's connect today and let's discuss the best option for you. So like I said, let me know, ask me questions, comment below, and let's see what options you have. All right, so this is Cindy Presgraves with Cindy's Realty Group by EXP, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Have a wonderful day.